Welcome to another episode of Throne Mastermind Sessions. The session is beginning. All members are now expected to assume position on their throne.
To hear from you. There we go. All right, let's go.
Hello, nice to be back again.
It's nice to see you again. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. So the question I have, I'm noticing that I'm putting a lot of energy into my work, like a lot of it, but it feels like I am pushing a boulder that isn't moving, right? Like no matter how I try to direct the energy to make things flow and get more traction, no matter what I'm doing, it's not happening. So I'm wondering if I'm directing the energy wrong or if there's something, because I remember you putting up a post that it's other energy in other areas that could be causing that kind of blockage. So I'm just trying to figure out where that is.
So when you say your work, what are you referring to? Are you saying work that you have done before and it has worked out for you, or is this new work?
I'm going to call it new because it hasn't really like taken off 100% yet. I've been working at it for like a year or so.
Okay. Do you mind saying what that work is?
My business.
Okay. Do you want to go into details what your business is, or?
So I'm doing alignment work with people, and I'm doing tarot. I'm doing energy work.
Okay. So what? Mm-hmm.
So I'm just finding it like, how would I describe it? It's like energy is coming, people are coming, and it's good, and then it just dead ends for a while, months at a time, and then it'll peak back up, and then it'll just drop off again, and I can't get anything to steadily flow in my favor.
Gotcha.
For people coming.
Right. So I just want to ask, I noticed you moved to a different room. Was there a reason why you moved to a different room, or you got up when we unpacked what you did for your work, or did you just decide
discussing this? Talking about this is bringing me anxiety for some reason, and this is my method of moving through that, literally, physically.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So what I always tell people to do is to pay attention to what the energetics is pushing you to do. Don't ever try to force anything to happen. So what is easy for you? What's natural and what's easy and what is working for you right now at this moment in your life? It's okay to have the work that you want to do, because you can still do that, but the energetics are always trying to push you towards the best course of action, the lowest barrier of entry for you to do the work that you feel in your heart that you were called to do. So what do you feel like the energy is? What comes easy? What do you want to do when you wake up? What do you naturally want to do? What's easy for you where it doesn't feel like you're trying to force something to happen?
I don't like structure. So really what I feel like doing when I wake up and the first thing is different every single day. So maybe I should just free flow instead of, because I'm very structured with my business, like to the point where it's rigid.
Okay.
So I mean,
and what do you do
to
try to bring work in terms of being structured with it? Are you have clients? How is it rigid? Is rigid in what way?
I do have clients, and the way that I'm posting, so I'm doing like collective messages for all the different elements, but I'm doing them, all 4 of them. Like I do a set of 4 in the morning and a set of 4 at night. And I have like a theme every day that I post about. So it's like, I don't leave myself room to not do what I expect of myself. Like I expect myself to have this and this up by this time, around this time of day, instead of whenever it comes to me.
Right.
So that is kind of forcing, isn't it?
So your method prior, yes, it is. So your method prior to being structured, were you in a more free-flowing state? Did you ever try to just do it your way to see what would happen? Or did you go into this with the most structured template you could find?
I didn't really have structure at first because I didn't know what I was doing.
Okay.
And that was actually much more enjoyable. I was just relaxed more. I don't know why I have trouble like keeping myself relaxed when it comes to my work.
Right. So your work is your work. Get rid of the structuredness. When it's time to be structured, you will know it because it will be in alignment with you. It will be in alignment with your preparedness to be structured. When it's time to be structured, but you're not in the season of that right now. You're in a season of you have to let the natural energy out of you and in you just flow. Let you got to feel good in order for your work to come to you. You have to feel comfortable in your own bubble. It doesn't need to be something that you're forcing yourself to do. So I don't care if you decide to take a break for 2 weeks from doing it. Do it when you feel like doing it. Only speak when you feel like speaking. Only give a message when you feel like giving a message. Don't treat this like a job that you don't like to really do, but you're doing it anyway because you're not in alignment with the flow, with the richness of your gift and the richness of what you want to provide people.
Okay.
When you're in flow with that richness, when you do provide it to people, they're going to also feel the same richness because you're literally in that energy. You're carrying it in you. But when you're feeling forced and you're feeling like super rigid about it and like, oh, I got to do this again. You're going to literally attract those types of, or should I say, you're going to attract the version of people who are also operating at that frequency. You're going to attract the version of them that's also at that same frequency of, I got to get, they're also trying to force something as well. You want to attract the version of people who are in this frequency of richness, of flowing, of readiness, of that high energy where it's just like easy for them to do. And it's just the magic. It's just working. It's just spirit. It's just in alignment. You understand?
Okay. So I'm forcing myself out of alignment by forcing a structure that doesn't need to be there, in short.
Your spirit is saying it doesn't need to be there. So yes, your spirit is saying you don't need that right now. Your spirit is saying go a different way. Your spirit is saying do it this way. You have to trust the spirit in you. You have to trust the natural process of your own senses, of your own system. Is really intelligent. You have millions and billions of years of intelligence in your soul, in your system, and in your senses. Trust it. You have billions of years of evolution in your genetics inside of you. Trust it. It knows what it's doing. It's doing the work for you. And spirit and the energetics is always trying to take you the route that is going to serve your personal evolution the best. Even if you can't comprehend it or understand it, it knows, it's telling you, go this way, do it this way. Do it this way. It's already analyzed everything. Everything you see and hear and everything you know, it knows way more than you. So it's always trying to drive you to the route that's going to serve your personal evolution the most with the least amount of resistance. You're experiencing resistance your way. It might make sense to you intellectually. It might make sense to you, well, this is what everyone else seems to be doing, so let me do it this way. Or this is what the top dogs seem to be doing, so let me do it. The top performers, they're doing it. No, your system knows you, and it knows how your gift works. And your system is also in tune with the marketplace. It's also in tune with your ideal clients and the ideal version of your ideal clients. It already knows it. It's done the processing, and it's already analyzed everything for you. Your system is connected to the universe. It's already done it for you. So it says, I don't want to post this right now. I don't want to do this. I don't want to listen to it and trust it. Trust what your system is telling you.
Okay.
Trust your own guts, your own intuition. That's trillions of years of information. Keep that in mind. It's like just all that intelligence inside of you. Don't ignore it.
Yeah.
And when you're in a more joyful state, as you deliver your gift, everything else is going to change as well. All the patterns around you is going to change as well. Who you connect to, who you align with is going to change as well. And there's going to be more nourishment, nutrition, and richness in your message when you do decide to post or release it. It's going to be richer because you're in a joyful state. You're in a joyful reality. You're in a joyful frequency. It's authentic. It's that homegrown cooking. You know, you didn't order out that's grandma's cooking. So that type of it's going to resonate
Mhm.
better. So breathe. Matter of fact, breathe right now. Just breathe. Deep breath. You don't have to try to do anything. You already are. You already have it.
Ooh.
You don't have to force it.
Mhm.
You don't have to. There's no big mountain that you have to climb until it's time for you to climb the mountain, but you'll know it because it'll resonate with you. Like, oh, it's time to climb this mountain, and you'll be prepared for it. But right now, you are. You don't have to try to be anything that you already are. You already are.
Okay.
And I don't know if there's like an income goal you have with this business or whatever. Don't look at it that way. Take your mind out of that restricted way of thinking. See it as life is blessing you.
Mhm.
You are an artist. Life is your canvas. And when you are operating in your anointing and your gift, and you're being sincere in that, life is compensating you. So don't always
Mm.
look at it as how many deals did I close today from these clients or in my business. Don't limit your mind to the construct of a single business. Limit Think about the boundlessness of your life and how you're receiving blessings and gifts from everywhere of your sustainment. That is the compensation.
That's true. That is
That's the
true.
compensation. When you
There's
do
lots.
well, when you're on your journey, when you're doing well, you're literally going to be blessed from all different directions. Sometimes it doesn't come from the clients in your business in that season, but it's coming from somewhere else. And say, oh yeah, that's just
Mm.
spirit compensating me for, how I do what I do. That's it. Spirit is just is check.
Mhm.
I know why that happened. I know why I got that. That blessing here, that blessing there, or that opportunity. You might get an opportunity that's not
Oh.
even related to your business. It might be a different opportunity from somewhere else, different thing that's easy for you to do or whatever. And that's still compensation for your work on your spiritual path.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ooh.
Does that resonate?
Yeah, that made like a whole bunch of things click too. Like with the blessings coming from everywhere, the blessings that I've been getting from outside of this that are coming in have been telling me to relax.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Right.
like it's going out and doing things, it's going to concerts, it's being asked to go here, there, it's to go have fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why am I not getting those nudges?
Yeah. And do those things
uh,
because the right when you're in that reality, you encounter the right people who are literally going to complement the path that you're already on. It's going to be the stranger you're
mm,
sitting next to that you get to know. It's going to be the person standing
mm,
in line that compliments you on your hair. And then boom, you have a connection there. And it eventually will lead back to your operation, your life operation. We're not
okay.
even going to call it your business. You have an entire life, your life operation. Analyze the data from that standpoint of how well you're doing in your life, not just your business, but in your
Mm,
life. Your business is just
yeah.
a part of your life. So if your business right now is just an art or if it's just a hobby, that's okay. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Are you enjoying your life? Are you having the desired reality? Are all your
Hmm.
needs? Are you growing at a reasonable pace? Are you expanding at a reasonable pace? That's the
Mm-hmm.
what you analyze. That's what you look at to determine how well you're doing in life. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Much better. 100 pounds later.
Good, good. Wonderful, wonderful. Did you have any follow-up questions or any other questions?
No, that covered about 3 of them that I was going to ask.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
I'll be here. I'll keep you in the queue if you want to come back on. And thank you
Okay.
for calling in. Okay.
This Throne Mastermind session has concluded. Visit thronemastermindsessions.com to inquire about membership and to gain access to more Throne Mastermind sessions. All members may now exit the private session.